Got a SMT divergence right here between the euro and the USD. So got a Wall Street's opening in 30 seconds. Wall Street's opening in 30 seconds. So I gotta go pee and I'll be right back. See what happens. Man, that's disappointing. I I was hoping it would just go down a little further. I mean, it's not over yet, obviously, so we gotta wait. Could just be retesting this consolidation here. I know we have a higher high here, but we also have a lower low here, sort of. You know, it's just 3 pinpricks here, but see what happens. I know structurally speaking, you know, it makes sense for the pound to go up. But there is SMT divergence. You got to remember that on the higher time frames. On the higher time frame, if you look at these over here, these two highs, that's SMT divergence right there. Huge divergence. So, and this made a higher low, this made a higher high, and then this made a lower high, and so that could be significant. I'm not saying that's why I got in this trade. I just honestly, I felt like when that news was released, I felt like a lot of people saw that as a liquidity grab. I did as well. I entered and I got stopped out on my other account, not this account, but I got stopped out right there, and I figured, oh no, sorry, I think I got stopped out right here. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, right here, because I had my stop loss right above this pin bar, right? So I figured a lot of other people got stopped out right here too, so that's why I just went ahead and I think at first I bought, and then I was like, nah, wait, it started going down. I was like, okay, yeah, let me just sell. And I guess I should have waited until it got over here or whatever. I just didn't want to miss the move if it really did go down. I was talking about that in my other video. I was like, I think I've been seeing basically like double liquidity sweeps, you know, and I'm sure this is not a new thing, but it just seems like I've been noticing like price will do like an obvious, what looks like a pretty obvious liquidity sweep, and you'll see a bunch of people entering, you know, you see a bunch of like momentum in the opposite direction, you know, and then it seems like I've noticed like price come back up and stop those people out. You know, I'm not sure if we needed to see like price just slam down, thunder down after that. Like I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this is okay, but I'm kind of disappointed to see it turning around right here without breaking this low. Unless it turns around right here, obviously, you know, that would be okay with me. So that'd be like right here. I would hope it turns around there. Did I just make that red? Yeah, this is I was so close. I was like 5,200. literally didn't need much more than what it was already giving me. I know I'm not supposed to be trading on price, you know. I know that. In other words, I'm supposed to be trading on structure, not price. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, I've talked about this before, about not adding positions. I mean, you can add, that would be a good place to add a position right here. But I don't really need that much more. In other words, if it goes down right here, it's probably going to break this low. And that's more than I need. And if I take positions here and then it goes up, I've increased my risk, right? And like I've been talking about lately, every time you enter a position, whatever you're risking, like up here, 5 times 16, whatever that is, you could just kiss it goodbye, like right away. Like it's, as soon as you place that trade, it's gone, it's done. So 16 times 5, this is what I basically risked, $80, more or less. As soon as I place these 5 trades, or these 5 positions on this one trade, I don't have to, but the way that I'm trying to think about it is, I'm accepting that this $80 is already gone. In other words, so I'm factoring that in. I'm trying to factor that into my psychology and just say, okay, I've got to accept the fact that I just gave this away to the market. There's only 3 things that can happen. I can either take a little, maybe I might end up taking a little bit less than, or I might end up getting a little bit of this back, all of it back, or more than that back. In other words, in profits. So, see what I'm saying? So when I place these positions, this $80, I am just considering that to be gone. You know, and again, once again, there's only 3 things that can happen. I can either get some of it back, or break even, get all of it back. Mathematically speaking, you would really have to try very hard to get it to the penny. In other words, you would have to be you would have to set like your stop loss, like you would have to calculate that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you were trying to break even, you would have to calculate the commission and the position and your balance or equity or whatever, all that stuff, exactly to the penny, in order for you to just break even exactly, precisely to the penny. So that said, really you could say there's 2 options. After you place a trade, you could either get, well, okay, forget about the profits, and let's just say you could get some of it or all of it back, right? Because if you're in profits, you obviously got all of it back, right? But you don't have to say all of it and then some. You could just say you get it back. But yeah, I mean, you're basically like, okay, so here's the way ICT Michael Joe Huddleston says it. He says it best. He covers it in just one statement. He says, you start off in a deficit. So in other words, when I placed this trade, I started off minus 80. And he says you have to work your way into profit, which is be like taking partials. I should have took partials here. I didn't know it was going to turn around yet. Normally you would take partials like right here, and see if it continues, right? We don't know right now yet if it's going to continue, or I don't know. So that's what you have to see. But look at between these 2 highs. I mean, look at that SMT divergence, right? That's got to count for something. I mean, it's at least got to try to go down. based on this. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see for this hourly close at 10 o'clock, and we're gonna have to see, does this close in like a doji, and do we get what kind of candle do we get here? This one is looking like probably it could be another doji. If so, does that mean that we try and push down at the in a 10 o'clock hour? I need to mark my stop losses. Are they here? Yeah. Okay. So my buy stop is up here somewhere. Ah. Okay. So there I got my buy stop and my buy limit. A lot, you probably already know, but the difference is buy stop is like triggered when like it just goes through, and well, the buy limit's the same thing basically. Like on this, like normally a buy limit would be prices. Let's see, no. Yeah, it's activated. A buy limit is activated when I think when it goes back up. Anyway, whatever. I think I got it right. This is not like a trading course right here. I'm just recording my trade. I would love to record myself getting funded for the second time, not so that I can brag, but just so that I can document it for myself. I want to be able to go back and listen to myself and try to get back into that experience of like, what was it like? Okay. So, God willing, if I'm still around some years from now, it could be interesting. If I even post this, we'll have to see what happens. I don't know if I'll if the outcome is bad, we'll have to see if I post it, huh? Okay, so looking at the hourly on the dollar, we have kind of a doji. We have a possibility for another doji here. We could look at other assets as well. I like this view anyway, so let's see if we can add one more. It's just because everything is nice and square, or rectangular. So I guess we could look at gold and whatever, different things. Oil. I haven't looked at oil in forever. Not forever, but it's been a few weeks. Okay, let's get on the hourly. So oil has been going up like crazy. What is oil correlated with anyway? I just can't. It's like hard, a lot of stuff to remember. I've analyzed it before. Let's see. That open looks like it. Okay, I guess you do the correlation with the dollar. It would probably make most sense because oil is basically. I guess the most important thing would be the USD, right? I don't know. Probably a lot of different currencies like the pound too. I don't know. Speaking way above my pay grade. I don't need to talk so much. I know. Okay, well, if oil's going up, that means the dollar should go up, right? And based on this, look at yesterday. What happened? Oil went up, and what happened with the dollar? It went up. And then Wednesday, what happened? Oil went up. What happened to the dollar? Halfway through, it did go up. But that correlation does not apply on Tuesday. Look at Tuesday. Like Tuesday to Wednesday, right here. Oil was sideways and the dollar was down. So, you know, it just I guess the lesson here is that just because one thing does one thing, the other thing doesn't have to do with the other thing. Like, unless you're talking about the euro, but that's not even been true lately. Like the euro and the pound, they have been they have been a little bit off ever since there was some big news that was released. I don't know. I got it on videotape. Yeah, so sometimes a big news release can knock the euro and if a big number comes out that's different, like I think it was, what was it, GDP, or was it CPI, maybe one of those big numbers came out, and it was like, I forget, it was like up or down for one, and then it was like even, no change for the other, and it caused like a big divergence in the price action between the two. And I don't mean like just an SMT divergence, I mean just overall price action divergence. Like, you know, one was going up and the other was going down, and it just was not making any sense. And that was like about a week ago. The period between 1 week and 2 weeks ago, that was super crazy for these two. If you were trying to like say, okay, well, the euro's doing this, well, the pound should do this, and vice versa, it wasn't like as you would expect, you know. Okay, let's look at gold. Okay, that may be what was dragging the dollar down. No, because the dollar trades against gold. What am I even saying right now? Hello? If the gold's going down, that means the dollar should be going up, which would be good for me because I'm selling the pound. So it's nice to look at all these other things sometimes, you know, in moderation. What else can we look at? NASDAQ. I'm gonna look at the Dow Jones. Actually, the Dow Jones is not having the option for the New York thing. Maybe this will have it on there. Gotta wait. Okay, there. That was because I need to see that open. I need to see the midnight open in order to like see what's going on. All right. So basically, when the S&P is going up, the dollar's going down. Right now, it looks like the S&P is trying to push up. You know, which according to this, theoretically, should or would, or you would expect the dollar to be trying to push down, which would be bad for me because I'm selling the pound. So we're gonna have to wait and see. You know, and I will say one thing: the one good thing that would have happened with me selling up here would be that I wouldn't, but to hit my target, I would no longer need it to go this far low. I would have a higher target. It would probably be somewhere below here, or possibly if I took enough positions here. Like if I went, I'm not recommending anyone do this, but if you went equal here, maybe. But you have to, if you did that, you would have to be prepared mentally to cut if it started breaking like up here. And the thing is, a lot of times it could go halfway into the range and then continue down, or halfway into the order block or whatever. But then by the time you get higher, then you're really starting to get in trouble. Especially if it broke that like order block or whatever you want to call that consolidation. If it went above that, then you like really be looking at, you would be really in heavy losses, because that's what I mean about, it's just better not to take additional risk. You know, it just, the only, like I said, because it's just hard to cut the trade off. It's hard to close. For me, it's hard to close the trade. It's hard to close the trade in time to not suffer any losses. Like if you sold here, or if I sold here and it kept going, I would be wondering, okay, should I get out? Where should I get out? When should I get out? How much benefit of a doubt should I give it? Okay, so now it looks like the S&P is trying to push down, which would be good for me. But let's look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is usually more extreme. We have an engulfing possibility on the NASDAQ, which is good for me. This would be, the NASDAQ would be positively correlated with the pound dollar, the pound dollar. So I want to see this engulf here. Looks like we're getting a retracement up to this level here. It's probably just gonna sweep this liquidity here. That's my hope. Tap up into this a little bit more and then go down, right? Because you got all these sellers here. You know, potentially the big money could be pushing price up here to sweep this liquidity and then get some more sellers in the market to push price down. I mean, who knows? I think I'll just leave it on this for a while. we're about to close actually, so we're gonna have to see what happens. The 10 o'clock candle's about to begin. The 9 o'clock candle's about to close. So I'm hoping for a doji on the euro, and I'm hoping for a doji on the dollar. Dollar needs to go up a little bit in the last few seconds, and then the euro needs to go down a little bit, just to make a nice perfect dojis. And I would obviously love to see this make a nicer close here. I mean, I don't really get excited anymore, just because I've seen like too much. I've seen enough to know that we really should not get excited ever about anything in terms of trading until you get the payout, right? You get excited about the payout when you get the check or the withdrawal, you know, from your account. Yeah, then you can be excited. Then you can celebrate. Until then, it's the fat lady is not sewing. Boy. Okay, there. So we got Wednesday, Thursday. Actually, we should just put the weekly view on here. Monday. Yeah, I like that. Same over here. So you can see the weekly view. It looks like we did make our high on Wednesday, so it should be bearish still. We should still be bearish, because if you think about the weekly bias, you have to think about the fact that according to ICT, and you know, my own observations as well in the market, I believe I could say, you know, that I can confirm that the power 3 definitely, you know, I would like to say, I want to say it's applicable on the weekly. I mean, the price is fractal, but you know, we talk about, or ICT talks about, you know, price making a higher low on Tuesday or Wednesday, right? And I always say first quarter. Always look for price to make a higher low in the first half of the first quarter. And if you think about candles and how they form, and that's the whole idea behind Power 3, right? Is if you think about candles and how they form, you know, it just makes sense, right? If you just watch enough candles form and you study candles and how they form, you study the daily, and you go in there and you look at the weekly. Like if you look at this view right here, and then you go in and you look at like the weekly candle for this week once it closes, or even right now, or you go to like last week, you go to like a previous week, and you look at the price action, and then you look at the weekly candle. You could do that for the daily, and you'll see like, okay, now I see how the candles are moving. So there's a major level right here. We got to watch out for this, for the NASDAQ hitting that level. That is a major level. So we did pierce this low here. I just need a little bit more. So that's should be good news for me. Maybe I should have took profits right here instead of talking. But hopefully we'll continue, because like I said, it is Friday though, so you do have to kind of watch out. But we did, see this pullback like already, basically. So we had the high of the week on Wednesday, and when it came down, made a lower low here. Oh, actually, that's divergence there too, isn't it? We got to watch out for that. But yeah, so we actually, you could say we made the low, but then we made a lower low here. So we have, this is a much bigger divergence right here. Actually, I just saw that. That would be a bullish divergence for the euro and the pound. Hopefully I get mercy and still hit my take profit. I'm looking for, I would need to kind of zoom in more on these, and I want to keep this weekly view right here. So what I could do is just open another chart. And let me let that finish opening. But I'm just gonna try to put all these on the 1 minute, just so I can get a zoomed in view. Oh, that was so good. It was 270. I should have closed right there. It just happened so fast. Oh man. Come on. That was it. That was it. It was 270 right there. That was all I needed right there. Oh, I should have closed it right there. I mean, we do have this 27,250 level here. 27,250, 1.27250. But we did hit this half quarter right here level. We do have a level over here on the dollar, and I guess is that the daily open there? Yeah. So I'm hoping NASDAQ will tag this level, and I'm hoping that the dollar will tag this level here, and then the pound hopefully will tag this 27,250 level right here. I gotta be ready this time. Gotta be ready. What do you think? Should I just leave the take profit and let us see if it hits it? We were 25 points above that level on the pound that I was just showing you. 25 points above. Of course, you see the the buy limit right there. That's our take profit. We're just above that. What do you think I should do? Yeah, I should just take profits here. Look at the dollars going up. I think. Okay, and the Nasdaq's starting to go back down. Should be good. Hopefully the dollar will break this high real quick. Nasdaq's going down. Not sure why that's like kind of weird, kind of wonky. Oh man, come on. Maybe we're retesting this level here. I should have took profits. Yeah, I should have took profits right there. That was nice. Yeah. I don't know what's about to happen. Hopefully it'll be all right. If I do hit my take profit, it's gonna be so funny listening to myself when I go back. Listening to myself squirm. Ain't nothing funny right now though, I'll tell you that. It's serious. Serious. All right, Nasdaq. Let's see if Nasdaq breaks this low right here. At this point, I expect some kind of thunder move down on the pound. Some kind of explosive move. It's just an intuition. It's just, I guess, maybe from watching price action so much. I mean, I've spent thousands of hours, which is not enough, but it's not nothing. this is the hardest part for me. Like a lot of times, it's not the maybe not the hardest part, but it's definitely something. It's I'd say the two most challenging parts about trading for me is like before the trade gets started, when you're still in drawdown, and then right when you're about to take profits. All right, watch NASDAQ. If that low breaks, then maybe we'll see an explosion down here. If it rejects, then obviously that wouldn't be good for me. Okay. Also this, if we need this to break, we need this to break above here. So close. We broke below the NASDAQ. Okay. I think we're breaking above on the dollar. Yeah, we did. Broke above on the dollar. We should be good. Should smack. Close enough, dude. Oh. Whew. Yeah, I mean, I expected to kind of do its thing and do that thunder, that pop, that explosion that I was talking about. It didn't really do it yet. I still expect it. Like there's the euro doing it. You see the difference between these two? What you expect one to do, sometimes the other will do, and vice versa. See, so there it goes. I would have hit it. I would have had 300 on that. But you know what? This is perfect because I'm on phase 2. This is phase 2. And I only need $250, which means I wanted to leave myself more cushion, you know. I wanted to leave myself, yeah, I had it calculated for 300. That way I would have a little bit of cushion because I need to get two days of 25. So not as much cushion as I wanted, and of course there it goes. And look at oh man, look at the dollar right now, just absolutely exploding. I know this is not a full trade, right? This is just a small piece. It's only like 230 points, right? Obviously price can keep going, but I was in pretty heavy, which, you know, I shouldn't be doing. I should not be doing that. But if for some reason, which I don't know why I took. Oh look, and then there you have that reaction on the NASDAQ. See it? I told you about that level. I said we got to watch that level. And then on the dollar, we have this level coming up as well. So, and that doesn't mean you run in there and you start buying the pound and the euro right now, because the NASDAQ hasn't even broken change character yet, you know. So I could really have been in the money here. This would have put me like way up if I, because initially I had my stop loss right here, or my take profit right here. That would have put me way up, but and then there the NASDAQ's going back down still. So the absolute smart thing to do right now would be for me to stop trading for the day, because I'm up 272 for the day, and I think it would be very stupid to continue trading right now, because what would be my justification? Only that I want to give myself more cushion for tomorrow. But how does that make sense? Yes, I've been investing all this time analyzing the market today, right? So that's time invested that you always want to get a return on your investment. But that's not a good reason to enter a trade. To make money is not a good reason to enter a trade. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could wait and wait for price to. All price has to do is just, it doesn't even have to do it, but basically it just pierced this low. If it goes up to this consolidation right here, which can't even see that good, like right here, you might could sell there. But if I go in tomorrow and I risk $5, I should be able to make 25 or 30, or sorry, if I risk $10, I should be able to make 30, right? But if I lose one trade, then okay, come back the next day, but you still are at 262 after that or whatever. And then the next day, if you do the same thing. If you lose $10 the next day, you're still at 252, right? So that's the idea behind cushion. I wanted to give myself 300 because I had it calculated. It was 80 times 5. That would have been my. No, I think that was down here, but we look at what's happening. I mean, I am very tempted right now just to sell this. At least one, maybe. It could be stupid. It could be a really stupid idea, though. I don't even know where I would really put my stop loss up here, I guess. Which is not. I don't recommend doing this, So the high is 27356. 27356. 27356. 27356. 27356. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be good. I don't even know what we can. I haven't even thought about exactly the take profit yet. Hold on. I probably wouldn't want to go any lower right now than that, just because we have higher highs here. But this range, we could potentially be coming down to test this level right here, which would be what, 27 zeros right here, 2700. I don't think it'll go that low. What are the levels here? 275. Remember 2750. Okay, we can do. Let me paste that. What would this be? Honestly, if I just close above 300, 5,300, that would be amazing. It's kind of sloppy, but so we're looking for the NASDAQ to go back down and the dollar to go back up. Yeah, if it gets above 292 or 302, then I'll just close it. It could just go up right here, like off all these levels, because you have the NASDAQ coming off this level. The pound coming off this level. Of course, the dollar hasn't gotten up yet to that level, which is kind of what I'm looking at. Isn't the dollar really in charge after all? Everything else can kind of wait in limbo if it wants to, but the dollar is going to do its thing, right? Okay. NASDAQ's going back down, so that should be good for us. What we need, what I want to see is the dollar obviously going up to this level. I don't want to see it make a lower low below this point here. Let's just be ready. Let me just be ready. Oh, I need to be on that 1 minute. These stop losses are just arbitrary. Take profits are just arbitrary right now. I'm probably just going to close manually if I can. I think arbitrary is the right word. Meaning I don't really fully intend to use them, in other words, on right now. at that. 5,300. Ah! I mean, yes, I expected to keep going down, but how crazy is that? That's what I said. That's the number I was saying. That's the number I was wanting. I was like 5,300, and then boom. Like I said, I expected to keep going. I don't really know. You have to look at the levels and see where it might go to. Like probably 27 at least. Just that because that correlates with this going up to 103.5 or possibly actually 103.750. You would have to analyze higher time frame. We were already been up there. That's the thing. If you look at the way these things react, they bounce around, right? So this is coming down off of what? Sorry, it's coming up off of this super level here, 100,000 level. Went up, came down. Now we can expect the dollar's heading up. I don't care what the news says. I'm looking at the fundamentals. Yes, I know the dollar goes down when they lower interest rates, but if you look at quarters theory, you can learn a lot. It doesn't necessarily have to go up to here. There's nothing saying that. But you can look at probable levels and probable things, and the probability is maybe for the next month or so, price might on the dollar might go up and test this 105 level, right? And then we'll be getting closer to interest rates dropping. We can expect some bearishness on the dollar. And also it would be a sweep of this liquidity here. Going up to here would sweep all that. Plus it would fill in this gap right here. There's a gap right here. Fair value gap on the 4 hour. And that would be a bearish fair value gap. So everything is kind of looking like a sweep of this liquidity up into this bearish fair value gap, and also at the same time, so you get a triple whammy of testing this 105 level here, and then just getting ready for a huge bearish move. I believe, that's probably could be what happens is we could possibly see a huge bearish move off of here and just a dump down below 100 and just keep going down to maybe 95 or something by the end of the year. Even I don't know how low, but possibly even 90. Not much lower than that, I don't think. I don't see it going much lower than 90. But anyway, I did pass my now I say I passed it. Well, I have 2 more days because of the rules. But I got I only needed 250, and I thank God, I praise Jesus Christ of Nazareth for that. I give him honor and credit and glory for everything that's good, right? For helping me. But this is 10 my account number 865. Sorry, I was about to say my old account number. And look at that. And like I said, I expected to keep going down, but I'm glad I took profits right there. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, obviously it could do anything. It could explode up. It could do whatever. You have to always be ready for anything. But